Hope the rest of those women who did support Trump are now going to join her. Speaking of Trump supporters who now regret their votes, here is a post from a woman who calls herself the patriotic blonde that went viral on social media over the last week. She writes, "Dear liberals, you and I are not friends. We disagree on everything from abortion to the Second Amendment. Your belief system is abhorrent to nearly every personal and political value I hold. That said, you did try to warn us about Trump. You screamed and yelled from the mountaintops that he was not what he presented himself to be. And I, like many, refused to listen. I mocked you. I laughed at you when he won. I felt entitled to his victory because I dedicated 8 years of my life to his campaign. My eyes are now open. This is not the man I voted for. When I'm wrong, I say I'm wrong. I am sorry. I apologize." Okay. Well, the comment section underneath this post was pretty lit. There were hundreds of comments from people who supported her and said, "Welcome to the right side." But there were also many comments like this one from John Knack. Quote, "This is not the man I voted for," with an eye roll emoji. And then he posts, "Beneath President Trump, have you literally been asleep for the last 10 plus years?" And then it shows a screenshot of him when he was mocking the New York Times reporter who has cerebral palsy back in, I think that was 2015, 2016 during the campaign, his first campaign. And then Greta writes, "Yeah, the subtlety of, quote, you could grab him by the pussy went over all our heads." And then Paige writes, "Big problem with your post is that Trump has not ever hidden who he is," in reference to her saying, you know, this is not the man he presented himself to be, when Trump has been pretty clear about he's exactly who he's always presented himself to be. And then the Dread Duck Pirate writes, "If we were right about something this blaringly obvious and you didn't listen, maybe think about what else we might be right about that may take a bit more critical thinking." I guess in the Patriotic Blonde's reference to saying, you know, her belief system is completely different to ours. And then Magneto was right. Post, "Oh, please, that creature is exactly who you voted for. He's been clear from day one who he is, and you still carried your ass to the voting booth and selected Trump. The damage is done. Save this tired, quote, apology. You will rue the day." And the comments just went on and on and on. And that leads me to the next part of my video here. There is a clip of a former MAGA woman that went kind of viral on TikTok. She's apparently left the cult and she came out to her liberal mother-in-law, and here it is.
So I told my in-laws that I have left MAGA and I'm a leftist now. And my mother-in-law basically cried. And when we were hugging, she told me, she's like, "You're finally really my daughter-in-law now."
This guy had some strong feelings about her, I guess, confession or whatever you want to call it.
So I'm sure you guys have noticed that leaving MAGA is once again trending on this app with a bunch of emotional videos of ex-MAGA breaking it to their family members, like the woman whose mother-in-law, liberal mother-in-law, told her, "Now finally you're my daughter-in-law." Which made me chuckle because that woman clearly didn't pick up on the strays mom was letting off there by the end. But, you know, more power to him, I guess. Here's my thing, though, is not hearing a whole lot of accountability expressed in any of these videos. It's still centered around how they feel. And let's be honest, the only reason that they're doing it is because they were personally affected. So do not expect me to participate in this catharsis and hail you as some kind of fucking hero. Now, welcome to the left. No, not gonna happen. And I understand that we're walking this fine line of trying to like not bully them back in to MAGA, right? My solution is just don't acknowledge it. Just don't engage with them one way or the other. Who gives a fuck? Like, you finally recognize the evil that you enabled. Cool. I see some lefties acting like we have to form coalition with these people and like bring them into the fold. No, the fuck we don't. We had the numbers before they started turning. We just need to turn our own fucking people out. Fuck them. All I want from them is that maybe One of them will vote for a Democrat and then not tell anybody about it. They're just as limited.
Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today's story is politicals as usual. This is not about left or right. This is about truth, pain, and survival. Finally, speaking out. For year, many powerful names were protected. For year, victims stayed silent. But now one survivor has decides enough is enough. She is speaking publicly. She is naming names, and her words are creating shock waves across America. One name connected to this story is Donald Trump, and what this service is making headlines, angering supporters, and raising serious questions. What did she say? Why now? And why does this story matter? Is every American stay with us, because this is a story about power, silence, and accountability. Who is the survivor? The woman at the center of this story is a survivor of Jeffrey Epstein abuse network. Jeffrey Epstein was a weather financials, but behind closed door, he ran a dark and dangerous operations. Young girls were trafficked, they were abused, they were silenced with money, fear, and power. Many victims were too scared to talk. Some tried, but no one listened. These serious lived will with pain of years. She create trauma. She created trauma. She watched powerful people walk free, but now she has decided to go public. Why is she speaking now? Many people are asking why now, why speak after so many years. Her answer is simple. She said the Epstein file uh, dis- mm, disasters change anything. Disaster change anything. New documents were expert. The public hope of full trust, but instead names were hidden. Information was delayed, and accountability once again disappeared. For her, this was the final break point. She said, I stand silent long enough. The truth speak getting buried. She believed powerful people are still being protected. What are the Epstein files? The Epstein files are legal documents and records connected to courts cases, uh, witness statement, fight laws, emails, transmissions. These files could show who now Epstein, who victim him, who many have helped or ignored the abuse. America exposed full transparency. Instead, many details were redacted, silence, delay. This case angry and future nationals wide. Her comments about Donald Trump. This is what the story become explosive. The server say she can no longer support Donald Trump. She claims Trump was part of the elite social circle. He now Epstein. He was present in environment where abuse happened. She said, "I don't believe he was incorrect anymore." Now, to be clear, there are there are allegations, not convictions. Trump has denied wrongdoing. No court has found him guilty in this case. But her decisions to speak publicly is shocking political lines. Why this is politically huge? Donald Trump has millions of supporters. Many see him as a fighter against elite, but this story create a serious problems. Epstein was part of the elite world. Trump moved in uh, elite circles. Survivors are losing trust. The survivors say you can't say you fight corruptions whilst protecting secrets. This message is resonating with any Americans, even more conservations. Legals us moral responsibilities. Let's be clear about something important. There are difference before legal guilty morals responsibilities. Someone may not be convicted in court but still be questions morally. The survivors is not acting as a judge. She is acting as a voice of pain. She wants trust, transparency, accountability. Why survivors really speak? Speaking out is not easy. Survivors face online harassment, trust, character attacks, being called liars. Many lose jobs, many lose friends, some lose mental peace. These survivals now all these and still spoken. That's take crafts. Public reaction in America. The reaction has been intense. The spotters say believe survivors, religions all Epstein files. No one is above the law. Critics say this is political. Why now? No proof. Social media is divided. News channel is debating, and Americas are once against questioning's power. Media and silent. Others big questions. Why did mainstream's media ignore this for so long? Many Americans feel media protect powerful people. Stories disappear quickly. Attentions more and facts. The survivors say media silence in and others from the abuse. Why this matters to every America? This is not about one man. This is not about one party. This is about justice, transparency, parenting, the valuable. If powerful people are protected, then the system is broken. If survivors are ignored, then democracy is weak. The bigger picture. Epstein did not act alone. He had connections, he had protections, he survived, believes the truth is bigger than we know. Many names are still hidden. Americans deserves honestly. What the survivors really want. She is not asking for farm. She is not asking for money. She want all Epstein file released. No reductions, no special treatment. Survivors respect. Her message is clear. The truth should not be political. Will there's be accountability? That is the biggest questions. Will court act, Congress investigations, media stay focused, or will they story fade away like other? Only public pressures can decide. Final thought. This story is uncomfortable, it is painful, but it is necessary. Silent protect, abuse, trust, protect victim, no matter who you support politically. This issue go beyond public. America must choose power or trust. Silent is justice. Thank you for watching my video. What your thought below the comment.